Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. A lot of great deals running right now on Steam as a part of a lot of these Lunar New Year sales, and a lot of great games discounted to very, very cheap prices. Gonna be highlighting some of the deals under $5, a ton to go over, so let's just get right into it. Let's kick things off with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is down to $4.79. What a great game Jedi Fallen Order is. Its sequel, in my opinion, is even better, but, you know, the sequel's still going for a pretty penny, to say the least, and you can get Fallen Order for sub $5. If you haven't played Fallen Order, I would highly recommend it. The only slight I have towards this game is the map design. I think is awful, but Cal as a character I think is great. The gameplay is challenging and rewarding, and visually it looks great, and even being 5 years old, or 4.5 years old, it still looks fantastic from a graphic standpoint, and definitely would give the game a recommendation. You know, for this price point, no-brainer there. Next up, we have Sunset Overdrive, which is down to $4.99. Done by Insomniac. This was their first foray into doing an open world game, and it turned out to be a quirky, over-the-top, super zany game, but ended up being really good at the same time. Definitely not for everybody in terms of its wackiness, but if you're familiar with, you know, what Insomniac puts out, some of their games do have an element of off-the-wall, so to speak, to it. You know, obviously now they're very much known for Spider-Man, but Sunset Overdrive kind of set the template for them for open world games, and it turned out to be pretty good. Is it like a super engrossing narrative? Absolutely not, but is it a nonsensical, fun open world game? Yeah, absolutely, and for sub $5, not a bad pickup there. Next up, this franchise has been in the news cycle a little bit for all the wrong reasons. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is 85% off for $4.49. If you guys are unfamiliar with it, it was never officially announced, but it had been rumored that there was a new Deus Ex game in development, and yeah, that game has been canceled since then, which is super unfortunate. They actually had one of the voice actors come out and say that, yeah, the game was in fact canceled. It's just unfortunate. Deus Ex is such a good franchise, and it always gets the short end of the stick, but what can you do? Mankind Divided is a really good game. I don't think it's as good as Human Revolution, but it's still a pretty solid experience the whole way through. Some of the narrative elements don't click as much with Mankind Divided, but the gameplay is still rather strong, and I love the setting to Deus Ex as a whole. So $4.49 for that, really good deal. Definitely give it a shout. Next up, we have Fallout New Vegas, which is down to $2.49. I mean, Fallout New Vegas is always going to be an easy recommendation to make. And, you know, this is kind of Fallout at its peak. It wasn't even done by Bethesda. It was done by, what's it called? It was done by Obsidian, and Obsidian did a killer job with it. And back in the day, people just saw it as more of the same compared to Fallout 3. But nowadays, people look at Fallout New Vegas as the best game, or, you know, the better game among Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I know Fallout 1 and 2 exist, but, you know, Fallout, a lot of people just look at Fallout 3. You get the idea. $2.49 for the game is great, and then also, you do have the Ultimate Edition at $6.59, which is a solid pickup. Need for Speed Heat is down to $3.49. That is the Deluxe Edition, and that is 95% off. Need for Speed Heat is a solid arcade racer that, yeah, maybe at the initial $60 price point, it was a little bit high, but at $3 and change, I think it's a pretty damn good pickup, and definitely would give it a shot. If you're looking for a, you know, fun arcade racer with some great visuals, a pretty decent soundtrack, a great setting, you're gonna find that with NFS Heat, and for $3.49, again, good price on that. Next up, we got Final Fantasy VII OG, 60% off for $4.79. I know a lot of attention around Final Fantasy VII Remake, obviously Rebirth coming out. If you're gonna play Final Fantasy VII, I highly recommend installing the Echo S mod. Not only are you gonna get a visual bump up, but it adds full voice acting to the game. It's a fan-made voice acting mod that they knock it out of the park. I was shocked at how good the voice acting from Echo S is, and I highly recommend it. Cannot recommend it enough. And Final Fantasy VII, as in its own right, is a tremendous game. One of the best JRPGs ever created. Obviously, super excited about this remake trilogy, but you can play FF7 and you can play the remake trilogy. Like, both are gonna coexist, and both are gonna be worthwhile to go through, which I find rather exciting. So, yeah, $4.79 for that, no-brainer there. Next up, Tales of Berseria, 90% off for $4.99. Definitely not revered in the same way as Final Fantasy VII, but Tales of Berseria is a great JRPG in its own right, with one of the more compelling main characters that you're going to find out of a JRPG in Velvet. Game is pretty lengthy, gameplay is your solid Tales of fare, and story is good as well. Visually, you know, some people like the Tales of style, other people don't. Arise definitely bumped up the franchise quite a bit, but you're paying $4.99 for it, and it's pretty damn good at that price point. Next up, we have The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. That's down to $2.99. Obviously, Witcher 3 is the game that everybody looks at and is the game that really got Witcher to the next level, but Witcher 2 is a worthwhile game to go through. And it still looks pretty damn good from a visual standpoint, given that this game is 13 years old. Yes, we are coming up on the 13-year anniversary of this game, given that it came out in May of 2011. Kind of wild to think about, but yeah, Witcher 2 is an awesome game, and for $2.99, great pickup. More story-focused, more linear, I should say, than Witcher 3. Like, Witcher 3 is this big, blown open world. Witcher 2 isn't that, but it's still a damn good game that I would recommend. And given that they're remaking Witcher 1, Witcher 2 is the one that I think, you know, the game doesn't need a remake, but hopefully they go back and do something with it, because after the Witcher 1 remake comes out, I mean, we'll probably be in like 2043 at that point, so, you know, by that time, you know, if I'm alive, I would like to see Witcher 2 get a remake as well. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition is $2.99. You guys know that I talk about this game ad nauseum. It is just a fantastic open world action title. A lot of people say GTA in Hong Kong. It's really a lot more than that, and I don't think that comparison is completely apt. This is an open-world crime-based game, and yes, it does have some chaos and mayhem, but it's more focused on the hand-to-hand combat and a little bit more of a mature, gritty story. Wei Shen is an awesome main character, and unfortunately, never did more with Sleeping Dogs as an IP, but what can you do? These things do happen in the gaming world, so, you know, it is what it is. Next up, we got Black Mesa, 80% off for $3.99. You get to relive Half-Life with much better visuals and better design. Better design might be a little bit of a stretch, but it's very much worthwhile to play, and a well-done remake of Half-Life 1. You know, Half-Life 1 isn't a game that I grew up with, of course, so I don't have, like, that nostalgic attachment towards it, but it is obviously one of the most iconic games of all time, and Black Mesa is a pretty damn good way to play Half-Life. And then lastly, we have Bastion, $2.99 on this, one of the more notable downloadable titles, and really showcase that, like, these arcade-style games where, you know, they were budget releases back in the day, could be really great, and Bastion turned out to be an awesome game. Great art style. Gameplay is a little bit dated at this point, but it's still fairly decent, and the narration in the game is incredibly strong. Art style is great. Soundtrack is really good. A lot of good in Bastion, and I would definitely give it a look. A well-done game here for $2.99, no-brainer there. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals available as a part of all of these lunar sales running right now on Steam. Definitely check them out for yourself. Links to all of these deals will be in the description box below, as always, and that's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.